Beneath the bustling streets of modern Edinburgh lies a secret world, a labyrinth of narrow alleys and forgotten homes known as Mary King's Close. Once a lively and crowded street during the 17th century, it now exists only as a shadow in the underground, sealed off and lost to time. Locals whisper of how the close was once filled with families, merchants, and craftsmen, their daily lives unfolding behind closed doors. But as a deadly plague swept through the city, Mary King's Close became a place of despair and fear. Many who lived there fell ill, their cries echoing through the cramped corridors. The city officials, desperate to contain the sickness, sealed off the close, cutting it off from the world above. Over time, the entrance was hidden beneath new buildings, burying the street and its dark history deep beneath Edinburgh's surface. Visitors who dare to descend into the close today speak of chilling cold spots, unexplained whispers, and fleeting shadows just out of sight. Some say the spirits of those trapped within the sealed streets still linger, unable to rest, forever wandering the maze they once called home. As we step down into Mary King's Close, prepare to listen closely, for the walls here have stories to tell. Stories of loss, fear, and a haunting that refuses to fade. As you descend the narrow stone staircase into Mary King's Close, the air grows colder and heavier, thick with the weight of centuries past. The flickering candlelight barely cuts through the darkness, casting long shadows that seem to shift and move just beyond your sight. The walls here are stained with the dampness of time, their surfaces etched with the faint marks of desperate hands and hurried footsteps. Some say if you listen closely, you can hear faint whispers, soft voices murmuring secrets and warnings, lost souls trying to tell their stories. One of the most chilling tales is of a young girl named Annie who lived here during the plague. Legend has it that Annie was trapped inside her home when the street was sealed, separated forever from her family. Visitors claim to hear the echo of her small footsteps or see a fleeting glimpse of a pale figure peering through broken windows. Other witnesses speak of a heavy silence broken suddenly by the distant sound of a child's laughter, eerie and out of place, or a sudden chill that runs down their spine as if something unseen brushes past. The locals warn, respect the close, for it is not merely a relic of the past, but a prison for spirits caught between worlds. Many who venture too deep report feeling watched, and some say those who linger too long may never find their way back to the surface. The deeper you wander through Mary King's Close, the more oppressive the atmosphere becomes. The narrow passageways twist and turn like a labyrinth, with darkness pressing in on all sides. The only sounds are your own footsteps echoing off the cold stone, and sometimes, just sometimes, the faintest creak or shuffle from somewhere unseen. Some visitors report seeing shadows darting just beyond their vision, only to vanish when they turn to look. Others tell of sudden drops in temperature so sharp it feels like an invisible hand reaching out to touch their skin. The silence is almost tangible, broken only by distant whispers that seem to come from the walls themselves. There's a story of a man who, during a guided tour, suddenly felt a weight on his shoulder, cold and heavy, as if someone unseen was standing close behind him. When he turned, no one was there. heart pounding, he hurried through the close, but the sensation never left him until he reached daylight. Locals say these shadows are the restless souls of those who suffered in the close, trapped by disease, fear, and isolation. Their anguish clings to the stones, refusing to fade, and they are doomed to wander the tunnels, eternally searching for peace that never comes. Walking through Mary King's Close is like stepping into a forgotten nightmare, where history, tragedy, and the supernatural collide in the darkest corners of Edinburgh. As you move further into the close, the stories grow darker and the air grows heavier. The walls seem to close in tighter, and the faint sound of dripping water echoes through the tunnels like a slow, relentless heartbeat. Visitors often speak of hearing faint cries, the desperate sobs of children, or the low murmurs of adults trapped in their final moments. Some say they've seen fleeting glimpses of figures in tattered clothing, their faces pale and hollow, disappearing before they can be fully seen. One chilling tale tells of a young girl named Elspeth, said to have died alone in one of the small rooms. Tour guides claim that her spirit still lingers, sometimes appearing at the edge of vision, a faint shadow with eyes full of sorrow. Those who have encountered her say she leaves behind a scent of old flowers mixed with damp earth, a haunting reminder of a life cut tragically short. The Close isn't just a place of death. It's a repository of memories, echoes that refuse to be silenced. Each stone, each crevice seems to carry a fragment of pain, fear, and loss. The ghosts of Mary King's Close are more than spirits. They are the living history of a forgotten world, forever trapped beneath the bustling streets of modern Edinburgh. As night falls and the tour comes to an end, some visitors report feeling an unshakable chill, as if the shadows themselves are watching. The Close, though hidden beneath the city's lively streets, never truly sleep. Local legends say that attempts to renovate or disturb the Close awaken the spirits who resist any intrusion into their resting place. Workers have fled construction sites in terror, claiming to hear footsteps following them long after they left, or seeing walls that seem to shift and change shape. But the most unsettling truth lies in the realization that Mary King's Close is more than a haunted tourist attraction. It's a place where the pain of the past refuses to be buried. It stands as a reminder of the countless lives lost to plague, poverty, and betrayal. So, when you walk the narrow alleys beneath Edinburgh, remember, the ghosts of Mary King's Close are not just stories. They are echoes of real people trapped in time, waiting for their stories to be heard and never forgotten.